Oh boy. Hi, friends. I'm back. I'm hoping that you can see me and hear me. I'm going to give everyone a minute to kind of come back on. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure. I think that all of these technologies, oh, good, Kaylin's back. All of the technology, I think, is struggling. Everyone's vying for space on these different applications. Happy Friday. Yay, Declan. Annabelle, you're back. Woohoo. Oh, good. So far, so good. Fingers are crossed. I don't know why we got kicked off or why it stopped working. I decided to skip the fancy camera, so now I'm probably a little fuzzy, but that's okay. Hi, Autumn. Good morning, Olivia. Oh, good. Good morning, Rory. I think everyone is here who was here before, so we'll just power on, friends. So I think families know that Miss Malello, the other kindergarten teacher, and I talked about Fridays and talked about how maybe we could make Fridays a little more laid back. Hi, Cece. Um, so that's going to be our plan moving forward. And of course, when I did my morning message, I put in a letter for today. And I think that doing the letter of the day is okay. I think that we can manage that. I don't think that's asking too much of my little friends. So we're going to keep up. Oh, good. All clear. Yay. So we're going to continue with our letters of the day. That way we can get through our whole alphabet book and finish it by the end of the year, which is coming quickly upon us, which is crazy. So today and every Friday from now on is going to be called Finish Up Friday, boys and girls. That means on Fridays you can go back and finish any work and you can think about all of the different things we've learned this week. So let's think about reading. What have we been practicing in reading? I'm going to look at my notes. Oh, yay. Yay for Finish Up Friday. Yay for Finish Up Friday for me too. Why not? Let's give ourselves a little bit of a break, right? So we've been talking about how as resourceful readers, which is what you guys are, we use all of the tools that we know to make sure that we are understanding our reading. And then when we forget or we're not sure, we go back and we fix it up. So those are the things that you can practice today. Just think about using the whole book, right? Using the cover and the title, thinking about what you know about a story or a topic, using all of your superpowers. Those are all resources that you have in your reading toolkit or your reading toolbox that you can use as you're reading. And as far as writing, today would be a great day to do lots of different things. You could go back and finish up any work that you haven't finished. If there's a poem that you didn't finish or a poem you want to add to, you could do that. If there was a poetry center that you really liked, you could go back and you can add more or do another poem for that center. I've been reading some great poems. I'd really like to try and start saving kindergarten poems. Wouldn't it be fun if I could write a poetry book and share children's poems? I think that would be awesome. Um, you could also go back and you could finish up any pages on your alphabet book. Maybe you only got 2 words down, or maybe you got 4 words down and you want to add one more. I thought of something fun to try with our alphabet pages. I was thinking that I would go back and see if I could write a silly sentence using all of the words. Do you think you could do that? If that's something you'd like to try, you could challenge yourself and you could do that too. So we're gonna take it easy today. We're still gonna read. We're still gonna do a little writing. We're still gonna do some math, but we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna review. We're gonna finish things up, and we're gonna have an awesome Friday. That is the plan. So why don't we start by doing our agenda because I forgot to do this right away yesterday, so I'm not going to forget today. We have already arrived. We're in morning meeting. Next, we have creative time. Then read aloud and writing, lunch, listen to reading and chores, drawing and quiet time, math, and then today is not a Tuesday or a Thursday, so we will not be having fun with friends. But that doesn't mean that you're not having fun at home. So, and you know what? I wanted to remind you, I don't know if you remember or if you even know, but Fun Fridays at Cold Spring School is taking place today. And at 2 o'clock, there is a Disney sing-along. And I know that Mrs. Morgan will be sending out the Google Meet link for that. So that might be fun. You could think about joining that if you're looking for something fun to do and you feel like doing some Disney singing. So that would be nice. So now let's look at our morning message. I'm going to pull up my morning message. I'm getting my pointer finger ready so I can read it to you. Here it goes. Ready? Here it goes. Hello, friends. Today is Friday, May 15th, 2020. Hi, Amelia. Good morning, honey. We will practice art today. I wonder what kind of art is on the art website. Have you guys checked it out? I should probably check those things out. I'm very busy, though, doing all of the other kindergarten things. The letter of the day is E. The words of the week are Mom, go, by, as, and him. So let's look at the next page. If I can make my page work. Here we go. Let's look at our E page. Now we know about the letter E because we practiced the letter E last week, didn't we? When we were doing our vowels. So I'm going to point to my E and I'm going to say the name and the sound, and then we're going to think about the other sound that E makes. You ready? So E, egg, eh. It's like a diagonal line. You go down the picture. E, egg, eh. But E makes two sounds just to make it more fun, right? E can also say its name. So E says E like in eat or Easter or each, like each of us get 5 Reese's peanut butter cups. I don't know. So now we are going to practice writing our letter E. So I'm going to take my board out and we're going to practice writing the letter E. But first I have to erase the letter D. So E starts off a little bit differently. It looks like it should be a magic C letter, doesn't it? I think it does. Maybe you don't. I think it looks like a magic C letter. So I'm going to hold my board just like this. So we're going to start at the top, but kind of in the middle, right? We're going to start in the middle line at the top. So we're going to start here, and we're going to do a little line out, bump back around, come around, and stop. So I guess you could say we start halfway between the bottom line and the middle line. So a little line out, bump back around, and stop. I think E's are pretty easy to make. What do you guys think? Why don't you do 5 while I finish my 5 and we'll circle our favorite E. I'm going to keep saying how I write it though because I think that helps. So little line out, bump back around, down, stop. Little line out, back around, down, stop. Little line out, back around, down, stop. Okay, now I'm going to look at my E's. Uh-oh, I see one this one is too high. This one doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. I think this one is my favorite because it goes from the top to the bottom. It's easy to read. There. So that's our letter E. And today I started my E page, but I'm going to have to go back and finish it because I did not get all of my pictures drawn. But I'm going to show you what I have so far. So for E, I hope you can read it. Can you read it? I drew an egg and an emoji. And I was thinking of drawing an elephant. I really want to put an elephant on my page. And some of you might want to draw a picture of your friend Amelia because her name starts with an E, right? Or Eric. Eric, his name starts with an E. You could do that just like we did on some of our pages at school. So I'm going to go back and finish my alphabet pages today at some point, and you could do the same thing. So now we are going to move right into our word of the day, and we've been tapping out our word of the day and reading it, and I think that is enough for this week. Uh-oh. Sorry, friends. Here we go. So today our word of the day is hymn. Hymn. So let's tap out the word hymn. Ready? H-I-M, hymn. H-I-M, hymn. H-I-M, hymn. Hi, Eric. Oh, it's Adeline. Hello, Adeline. Adeline, whenever I see your mom's name, because it starts with Eric's name, I think Eric is here. So I really have to look and think. So if I'm pausing when I say good morning to you, that's why. Now we're going to do him on the other side. H-I-M, him. H-I-M, him. H-I-M, him. All right. So today is the 15th, so that means when we look at our calendar, we're going to be counting up to the number 15. And it's important to practice counting because counting and numbers are just as fundamental as reading, right? So I'm going to put a check mark for today, Friday. And we're going to count how many days we have been in the month of May. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, just like I said. We are just about halfway through the month of May. The month of May has 31 days, right? And this last week in May only has 4 school days because Memorial Day is a day off. That's kind of crazy to think about, right? So 15. 15. We could count by 5s to 15, couldn't we? 5, 10, 15. Counting by 5s is fun. So now, friends, before we do the weather, we are going to do our number of the day, and it's the next number in the counting sequence. So I know that you know what number this is. And I'm going to have to think about next week what we want to do with our number of the day. If we continue with numbers of the day, I could just add another box or 2 at the bottom with 10 frames. I might do that because I think it's good to keep exploring numbers. So 20. We have moved out of the teen numbers and now we're in the next decade of numbers, the next 10. So the 10 for 20 is 2. There are 2 10s. 20 is made up of 2 10s and 0 1s. When we look at the number, we can see that. So let's think. Our first box asks us for 1 less. 1 less means we need to count backwards, right, friends? So if we start at 20 and we think, okay, I'm going to count backwards. 20, 19. That's right. So I'm going to write the number 19 up here. And then the next box says, what is one more? So the first one would be 20 minus 1 equals 19, right? That's what we just did. Now, I'm going to move this over so I can make sure it fits. We're doing 20 plus 1 equals, what does 20 plus 1 equal? The next number would be 21. That's right. You guys are so smart. This is very special work. Mrs. Pagnotti has not done this with other kindergarten classes, you know. So you guys are lucky. So now we're going to count on 3. So it would be 22, 23, and 24. Those are the next 3 numbers. So now I'm going to draw the number 20. I'm going to use my dots just like when we do our math talks. So let's see if you can tell. I'm going to do it a little differently. I was going to do it one way, but now I'm going to do it a little differently. Over here. I like how that looks better. I'm going to fix this over here so it looks like that. Ooh, so this is showing you 6 and 4, and we know that 6 plus 4 is 10. And then over here we have another 6 and 4, which is 10. And we know that we can count by 10s to get to 20, right? 10, 20. So this is a picture of 20. I wonder if you notice anything else when you look at this. You could say 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. That would be another way. You might see 8 and 2. There's lots of different ways to notice the numbers and the dots. So now I'm going to do my number bond. And we just talked about how you can count by 10s to get to 20. So I thought that my number bond today would be 10 plus 10. And 10 plus 10 is a double fact. Double facts are very helpful. Ooh, you know what else is going to be interesting? We talked about how you can count by 5s to get to 20, I think, too. Or maybe we did that for 15. Let's see if we can do that for 20. I'm going to use my fingers to help keep track. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20. How many sets of 5 are there in the number 20? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means I'm going to have 4 groups of 5, 4 sets of tally marks to make 20. Watch how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 20. Look at that. And I know that when I'm looking at a 10 frame, that each full 10 frame is equal to 10. So if I put a dot in every single square, I'm going to have 20 in my 10 frame. So I'm going to do that right now because I know that this, I don't even have to count. I don't even have to think about it. This is 10. And I know 10 plus 10 equals 20. So I'm just going to fill it right in. There we go. 10 plus 10 equals 20. And that would look like this. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Maybe you could tell a story about 10 plus 10 equals 20. That would be fun. Maybe we'll work on some number stories next week. That's a little sneak peek into what we'll be doing. So friends, now it is time for the weather. Are you ready for the weather? I'm ready for the weather. Although I have sad news. It's not a sunshiny Friday today. I'm looking out And I would say that it is a little cloudy out. It's not all the way cloudy, but it is a little cloudy. So although the sun is peeking through the clouds right now, but I'm gonna color in the cloudy rectangle. But it's okay because the sun is peeking out, so it's kind of like partly cloudy. Maybe we should have had a partly cloudy. That might have been interesting. That might have been hard to decide what would be partly cloudy. What do you guys think? Is it partly cloudy at your house? Or is it sunny? Or is it rainy? It's funny how the weather can be different from South Plymouth to North Plymouth, but it's always different. I notice that when I come home from school. All right, friends, I am going to look up the weather. You ready? Here we go. I wonder what the temperature. Ooh, look at this. Oopsies. Can you see? It's 61 degrees out. Well, that's an exciting thing to think about. Now, let's scroll right up and see what the wind is. The wind is 8 miles an hour. So the wind is 8 miles an hour. It feels like 60 degrees, but the air temperature is 61 degrees. It looks like the temperature might go up later. If you look at the top, friends, at noontime and at 1, it says it's going to be 70 degrees and partly cloudy. Maybe it'll be a fun day to get outside after all. So let's see. I'm going to put this into my calendar, and then we're going to look at our calendar. Ooh, that's funny. It just changed. It said it felt like 60, but as I was looking at my weather to double check the temperature, it says now it feels like 61. And we know that 60s and 70s are colored in yellow because that's our color code. This is the first week that we've had more than one yellow square. Look at that. So let's see, what do we notice about our graph? Do you notice that cloudy is still less than sunny, but only by 2? Only 2 less. Rainy is still the least recorded weather for the month of May. I wonder if that will change. Do you think we'll get more rainy days that we can record? The rain is good for the flowers, right? They need the water. Good for the animals. They need the water too. And look, this week we've had 3 yellow days, 3 days in the 60s. However, May has still been mostly in the 50s. I'm grateful that we don't have any days that are colder than that. All right, so I think we've covered everything. So today is Finish Up Friday. So you can be finishing up anything that you haven't done. If anyone has any questions or needs anything before the weekend, feel free to email me and I will get back to you. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I think it's going to warm up. I'm not sure if it's going to be sunny for us. I hope it is. I hope you guys do a little reading, do a little writing, do a little math, and have some fun, okay? I will see you again on Monday at Morning Meeting Live. Bye, friends. See you later.